Welcome to this short video where we discuss a new fitting which was just developed first quarter 2010. Like our other fittings, this is very application specific. A review: the original precision fitting allows the user to use this fitting in a case where the depth of the port varies, as it does with one HPLC column to the next. These fittings are supplied on pre-fixed lengths of tubing. They're not available as only a fitting. That's the advantage of this new fitting, the OEM style fitting, for lack of a better term for now. Our other application specific fitting is quite different than the other two. This is the twin ferrule fitting. If I can get the ferrule back out of the cap here. There's a one out of there. There's a ferrule up here in the cap. There it is, internal. And as the cap compresses the ferrule against the body, it grips the tubing. When the fitting is inserted, it allows the fitting to be pushed firmly to the bottom of the port, at which point, as it is tightened, both ferrules are tightened, thus holding the tubing symmetrically with two identical ferrules and twice the internal gripping area of one ferrule. These materials are PEEK like the tubing. Now back to the fitting we intended to shoot this video about. The application for this fitting is very important. Like the original precision fitting, we had customers ask, can I put something like the precision fitting on my own tubing? Until now the answer had been no. But I'm going to show you how to install this on a piece of tubing. The fitting comes as 4 parts. The parts are the body of the fitting, the main body here, which is a small diameter, compact, knurled, a nut, an improved HPLC nut, the external ferrule, which is a polymer material, and the internal ferrule, which is steel. Now, how does this get assembled onto a piece of customer supplied random length tubing? Notice this will all be done from one direction. I'll take the nut, slide it over the tubing, take the steel ferrule, slide it over the tubing, and take this small, simple, inexpensive depth guide, which comes one for so many fittings purchased or can be purchased separately. Slide the assembly in, bottom of the tubing, and then drive the nut into the setting guide, and the tension of the nut then fixes the tubing onto, or the ferrule onto the tubing. So I'll take a wrench, and you could use a torque wrench here, but with a little bit of experience you get a good sense of how much torque needs to be applied. I hope this doesn't seem like I'm applying more than I am. Okay, that's not to be over torqued or under torqued, 6 to 8 inch-pounds of torque. Now the ferrule is now firmly affixed on that tubing, so this nut can then, how the body is installed, so this nut can then drive the tubing into the body and vary the length. Now I just install the external ferrule and it's good to go. So this would be, the nut would be backed out for installation, and the unit would be inserted into a port and screwed in tightly and torqued with a wrench, and then the external nut would be lightly snugged into place, and it's installed on customer supplied tubing of any length. The application in prep situations where one would not want the tubing to in any way have any possibility of coming loose from possibly the fitting, certainly it achieves any depth of fit. So when columns are being taken on and off a system, different types of columns, we can vary that port depth. And that's about it. It does have some overlap with our fitting assemblies, the precision fittings, but the smaller size and the fact that it can be put on customer supplied tubing do give it a slight market niche. And then of course another market niche is the high pressure PEEK style fitting as time goes on. More and more solutions from the fitting development department. Thank you.